Hi, my name is Daryl with Christmas Light Show, and I'm going to show you something. I get this question asked a lot. Okay, a lot of people are trying to use their flagpoles, and they want to try to figure out how to use our standard hook head with their flagpole. Our mega tree hook heads, which are the longer ones, a lot of people want to, we use them for our 20-foot mega tree. A crank-up version, but you really can't use them for a regular flagpole because they're tapered. And there's so many different flagpoles out there, there's no way to make a hook head that'll crank up a tapered pole. Okay, so what I recommend doing is you measure the top of your pole, which is this pipe right here is this is EMT, and it's pretty much this goes for the telescopic poles too. When you get to the taper part, it's about the size of an 1.25 inch pipe. This is like say EMT. It looks like fence poles found in your electrical department. But what you want to do is get you a piece of pipe. In this case, I got 1.5 inches, and then I'll take and get me a male adapter that goes from the 1.5 inches to 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches, depending on which hook head. Both our hook heads come with the 1.25 inch thread and 1.5 inch. This reduces this pipe down to 1.25 inches. Okay, and I just pretty much screw my hook head on. You really don't have to glue that fitting on. And then, assuming this is your flagpole, you slide that on. Okay, and that's pretty much it. But like I say, you want to measure the OD of your flagpole, and then you want to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or your local hardware and measure the ID and just make sure there's not that much slop in there. Maybe an 1/8 inch on each side. You'll have to. Here's the what would keep you from being too loose. If you're too loose, let's just say it leans something like that. You're on top of your pole. Well, top of your tree, when you put your lights on, it's probably going to pull one way, and then it's going to look like your star is crooked. So if you do realize that you come to the conclusion you're going to have looseness, is you could take and just try to figure out how much space you have in there and wedge you something equal on each side just to keep that from pivoting or leaning one way. But and this is a good way too if you just want to make your own tree, like a 10-foot tree, take the lights straight to the ground. You can use one of our 5-way stands, slide this pole on, and then slide this on, guide wire your pole down, then string your lights straight to the ground. When you take them straight to the ground, you just take and get you the way to keep your strings lined up is you go get you some for a 10-foot tree. I think you'd go get you something like 3 10-footers, like 3/4 inch electrical gray conduit. They have the built-in couplings on the end. You connect end to end, and then connect the remaining ends till you get a complete circle. And you don't want to use white because white is not as flexible, and it puts a lot of stress on the couplings. But anyway, you make a circle, lay it on the ground, center your 5-way stand with your hook head, and then just run your strings, tie them to that ring, and you probably want to stake that ring into the ground using some U-bolts or something to hold it into the ground. But that's pretty much it, and thanks for watching.